Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm building a nightclub that resembles the logo of Holo Taco. So I don't know if you are aware of that brand. It's a nail polish brand by simplynailogical or Christine Rotenberg of YouTube fame. And yeah, she is a nail channel and I actually really enjoy watching her videos. And yeah, I thought the logo that she chose for her nail polish brand was quite cool and just visually pleasing. So yeah, I decided that it would be a cool idea to do as a build in The Sims. So I did that, and of course I thought about whether or not to do it as a residential build or something else. And I thought a nightclub would be quite cool because the logo is really colorful because it has a rainbow in it. At least the first result that I had for the logo when I searched for it had a rainbow because holo stands for holographic, which is like the rainbow in a sense. And yeah, I thought a nightclub which has like all the colors in it would be really cool. So I decided on that. And as you can see, I've already started and I did the logo already from above. So that's what it looks like essentially. And yeah, I put down those couches where the sprinkles of the taco are essentially. And I put them down and I did them in the colors of the rainbow. So I'm starting on the right and it's diagonally first red and then orange and so on until you're at purple. So that's how I will make the color choices in the build. So at the bottom right it's red and then it goes on until here to purple. And yeah, I decided that on the left part of the build will be the bar, as well as some tables to eat at, and like the stage area in a sense, so where people can play the music in this bar. And the right area is more like the club scene, where there's only speakers and yeah, it's gonna be like dance music and stuff, but also some areas to sit at. So here you can see I put down some music instruments already. But yeah, I've never really visited a lot of nightclubs, so I wasn't actually all that sure how they looked. So yeah, I did struggle a little bit with how to lay out everything, and I'm not even sure if the layout and the floor plan that I chose is a viable one for like an actual club. But I decided that this would be how it looks, and yeah, it has all the requirements, it fulfills all the requirements of a nightclub in The Sims, so it's fine. And yeah, here you can see the color choices some more. So I put down the wallpaper, and yeah, I decided that I wouldn't like make it really cut off, like those tiles are red and then those tiles orange, but more like this room is yellow and so on. So more like the sections. So yeah, it's not like there's a really good like transition from red to orange and so on, but more like block transitions of it. And yeah, I put down two restrooms in the right part of the build and one in the left part, and that's what I'm doing just at the moment with the wallpaper. And yeah, I'm putting down really a lot of colors because I think it looks way more fun that way, and I think it also represents the brand a little bit better. I think also that one of the last collections was actually a rainbow collection, so yeah, I think it's fitting. I personally don't use nail polish. I can't be bothered to do it. Yeah, maybe that's from like when I was little. I used to play sports a lot, and it wasn't really viable to have it because it was just always in the way, and yeah, that's why I never got into it really. And yeah, I've never gotten into it. Maybe that will change one day, but yeah, at the moment I'm not wearing it, but I still support her because I like her. And yeah, I think it's a really cool concept that she did with the Holo Taco, and I think the logo looks cool, so that's why I decided to do that in The Sims. And of course, I really like those weird challenges, and that's also one of the reasons that I did that, because I just think that a lot of logos have like kind of like they aren't floor plans, they aren't house plans, so of course they are a weird shell for like a building. So yeah, that's why I think it actually really fits for me at least. Here in that area is more like a sitting area, so I imagine that this is where like people sit down and rest a little from dancing or something. And yeah, this one is the other area, and I decided to section off those because I put down the couches where the sprinkles are, and then I needed to have like them at the wall because otherwise it often looks really odd. So I decided to just put walls behind them, and then that branched out into the rooms essentially, or not really rooms, but like the sections. So that's why it looks like it does. And yeah, like one area is really strange in a sense, behind the green couch, where there's like nothing, because yeah, I just section it up off and put a window there, and behind it I'll put a painting. I hadn't done that in this instance yet, but you can see it in a moment. I think you can see it again. Yeah, here. So it's just an area where it's nothing. So there's no door in that into that room, and yeah, I'm just gonna put a painting there. Here you can see that now I'm like playing with the lighting, because otherwise it would look quite strange, because normally in like in nightclubs it's quite dark a lot, and with colorful lights. So I used this really cool like drink light in a sense, and I used all three colors, and I think it actually looks really cool. And also those overhead lights are really cool because they also have different colors. And yeah, I think it actually looks realistic. I'm not sure because, as I already said, I don't usually visit nightclubs, so yeah, I can't be sure that it's actually realistic, but I think it looks cool. So yeah, and now I'm just finishing up the bathrooms with mirrors, and also some towels, I think, and yeah, then, and of course toilet paper. I hadn't put that in either. And then I moved on to that little room and put down some things for the employees, and also I like discovered those objects that I'm putting down now, and I decided to use them as separators some more. I haven't ever used them before, I think, in any of my builds, so I thought, well, why not use it now? Because honestly, I don't think I've ever used them, and I actually think for a nightclub it fits kinda. So yeah, I went through all the objects and I thought, well, what could I use? What would be like sensible to use? And I decided to use that business sign, because I think it resembles kind of a logo, like a logo. It is supposed to be a logo, but I think it could be like some kind of screen where the band or the singer that is performing there is like put, so the name of them. So yeah, I thought that would be a nice touch. And then I put down some some more things on the fireplace in the dining area, as well as on the tables with the roses, and yeah, some on the other places in the rooms, in the right portion of the build. And then yeah, I went through all the categories and put down some rugs in the sitting areas. And then I moved on to debug. So I was finished essentially with the build, inside at least, and then I went into the debug menu and I found everything for the outside and also for like everything that I thought would be an appropriate fit. And I decided on the backside I would do a parking lot. And because we do have cars in the debug menu, I thought it would be really cool to have it. And yeah, I just put down 8 cars. They fit really nicely actually. And I put down some trees in the front. And at first I put down some like trees that are normally in like Newcrest or Willow Creek. But then I remembered that I'm building in Oasis Springs, and those trees aren't really in there, so I changed them. And then I put down some more landscaping, and also the waiting area. I think it would be a good place to have like a taxi or a bus that drives from there. I think that would be appropriate because when you're visiting a nightclub, oftentimes you drink and, well, you're not supposed to drink and drive, so it would be good to have like taxis or other public transportation available. So I put that behind on that lot, and I also put down some sculptures in the front and a logo for the club. I decided on that bar logo. I think it would be really cool for that to be the actual logo of the bar, because I also use those drink lights, so I think it's really fitting to have that as the logo and have that represented in the build itself as well. And then of course I needed to pave the parking area, and I wasn't quite sure how, with what like type of concrete. We have some, but none of them really fit with the pavement of the road, and I actually wanted that, but yeah, none of them really fit, so I decided to just use the one that is closest to it, so that dark concrete I used. And then I did some landscaping under the plants, and then I skipped that mostly in the video, and then I went to the debug paintings because I really like them, and they all look the same. They have the same frame around them, that black one, and I think they give a cohesive picture, which oftentimes the base game paintings don't. At least not in that amount that I needed. So I needed a lot of pictures because I had a lot of wall space that was empty, but I would never be able to fill all those walls with different paintings that look cohesive without the debug menu. So I was really glad that I had the debug menu available and could put down all those pictures. And as you can see, I put them everywhere, and I made sure that the picture fits the color. So I put that one because it's like purple. I put it on the purple wall, and like this one is more like yellow, and this one is more green. I put that on the green wall. So I made sure that it fits a little bit better with the color that there is. And I even had 3 of them that I wasn't able to fit in anywhere. Now you can see some pictures of the build. I hope you liked the nightclub. You can download it from the gallery. My ID is TGGSims. I also hope you liked the video and will consider pressing the thumbs up button and subscribing. Have a great week. Bye.